And then the aliens come and your kids will grow up not knowing about cereal.
What's up?
To get my singing voice warmed up by getting a drink of water real quick.
What? Okay.
Jimmy singing? Why is Jimmy singing?
Hey, if he wants to improv.
I'm picturing Jimmy behind a muted mic going, mama, mama, me, 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 me.
All right. We're gonna take a 5-minute commercial break. If you guys will please enjoy our.
Can we do that again? Yeah. Jimmy is running around like a fool. I do this because you deserve it, not because you want it.
Thank you. All right, let's get a word from our next sponsor, Dayquil. You have a wife at home?
Excuse me. Oh no.
It has to go to them big-nosed Jews.
What's with the Jews?
And AIDS got spread through the community. You were doing crack, we were doing AIDS. And let me tell you what, your mother, your poor mother, you remember Magtooth, your mother?
What about
she had the AIDS. I hooked up with her in the 80s. That makes you
How dare you! How dare you!
Fucking kidding me.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Run, everybody run!
I got this gun from the future!
Your balls to feel presidential. Possible side effect. Fuck. Why can't I say effects? Please consult with your doctor before using. I just have to say that. If you're a real man, you won't.
Go.
As you can see here, there's great people on both sides, folks. Just like these folks behind me. Oh, pardon me.
Uh-oh. We gotta pause. Go.
As you can see here, folks, by these people behind me, there's great people on both sides. Oh, pardon me. Fucking beaners! Trump for president. 2004.
2004? What?
Art coming up now, Tyler. Say something funny.
Ah, what a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, Jamal. I would like to buy some crack, please.
Hey, Tyler. How the kids doing these days?
No, wait. You gotta let me say my black guy line.
That sounds fun. Oh. Hey.
Why is this man stealing your Jeep?
I don't know, but I need. Hey, I have crack in there. I can't kill him.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome to oh fuck.
Here, well.
I'm not sure why he keeps calling us all Jewish.
Jewish?
Yeah.
That's a good one. So, President Joe Biden, I hear you've taken much interest in this this public affairs case. I'm just wondering, do you have any words to the defendant? Do you have any words?
So I was working down at the public pool, right, and this bad dude named Corn Pop rolled in with his bad boys, and they said they was gonna tear the pool up, and then I got a chain, and I defended the public pool against Corn Pop and his bad boys. You know what I'm saying?
President Biden, yes, I understand. I fail to see the relevance to this current case, but that's okay. I'm wondering, I want to hear your take on Jamie Barron's presidential campaign. Like, did you think it was poorly run from the start, made to fail?
So when you get the vaccination and you run the toaster and then you get your toast and then the aliens come and your kids will grow up not knowing about cereal.
Mr. Joe Biden, once again, I'm purely wondering about your opinions on this specific case. Like, do you believe Jamie Barron is innocent? A product of his time? What? I need something, sir, please.
Donald Trump believes that the Mexicans should be hung up by the border wall, and then the border wall should be torn down so that way we can let the illegal aliens in.
Mr. Biden, please, just give me something to work with, man! 60 minutes doesn't run well anymore! Thank you for your time, Mr. Biden. It's a great pleasure to welcome the Windmaker to our panel today. You're a hard man to find, but I'm very grateful to have you here for today. Thank you. What's your name again?
My name is the Windmaker.
Ah, almost got you there. Almost got you there. Alright, Mr. Windmaker, I just have a couple questions. When you first show up in the story, you have just stopped Jamie Barron from making a very dangerous decision involving his employment at Weasel News. What was your take when you first found him almost starting a crime only to report on it? What were your thoughts there? Like Nightcrawler.
I do believe this man is a lot like Nightcrawler. And Clark Kent, as in Superman, you see. You always find that the ones who work in the news are the real criminals.
So, Windmaker, do you have any opinions on Jamie Barron as a whole? What do you think about him? Do you think he's evil? Do you think he's an evil man?
I think everybody's evil in their own nature. There's just some of us who are willing to push it down, and there's others that can no longer control themselves.
Very wise. Now, Mr. Windmaker, on that fateful election night, you saved President-elect Kalina Ziegelnaum from the bad man, Jamie Barron. What was racing through your head in that moment?
To tell you the truth, I was just thinking about how Kalina Ziegelnaum has been very outspoken against my kind. But that doesn't change the fact that I have to do what is necessary for democracy.
Wow. It's really touching. Now, Mr. Windmaker, one last question. Do you have any last words for the American people?
I just have to say, it was a shame what happened to Samantha Hopkins, and I really wish he could have been president instead. But you see, there's always the second best.
Amen to that. Everybody, this is let's all give a round of applause for the Windmaker for making his appearance.
No. Don't applaud me. You'll never have to thank me. You'll never have to applaud me. I do this because you deserve it, not because you want it.
Thank you, Windmaker. Alright, let's get a word from our next sponsor, Dayquil! Alright, next with me is radical, right-wing, some would say lunatic, Turtle Boy. Now, Turtle Boy, you have been very vocal in your support of Jamie Barron. Why do you support him so?
Oh, you know, Jamie Barron, that name just reminds me of my pa. That last name is
Sentimental.
Just, you know, I'm not stop putting words in my mouth. That name was just unique to me, and now I heard someone else has it. But anyway,
So,
just touches my heart. I think he'll do a good job.
Turtle Boy, what is... The public has been crying for your arrest because you mutilated a 6-year-old boy because he badmouthed Jamie Barron. What do you have to say to the public and the parents of the man you mutilated, the boy you mutilated?
Said I mutilated him? What does that even mean? That's not what I did. All I did was just... I don't know.
Now,
talk about it. My lawyer
Turtle
tells
Boy.
me not to.
Turtle
Anyway.
Boy.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
You're a very attractive man, Turtle Boy. Do you have any loved ones in your life, huh? You have a wife at home? All right, Mr. Turtle Boy. You got any kids?
Good question. It depends, but I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Hefty. Whippy, whippy. Garbage cans. Use garbage bags, kid.
Everybody.
Um, yes.
And what would those be? Turtle Boy, everyone. Thank you. All right, so Turtle Boy, I just have a question. You have gone after the higher education systems on multiple occasions, saying they are demonic and unsavable. Have you gone to college?
I haven't gone to college, but I only say this because when I went to school, I feel like that they didn't care about the retard kids that much. So I think that they need to pay more attention to them.
So
I feel like,
you find social discouragement within the educational system.
well, yeah, because like if the retard kids, like, have you ever? Let me ask you this: have you seen a retard adult?
I don't think so.
So that's what I mean. It's like, what's gonna happen now? They're gonna need to fix these retard kids, and if they don't do that, we're screwed up. Like, this is a late stage. They should be like someone normal, be able to do some grocery shopping for themselves. But this is a serious debate, if you ask me.
So Turtle Boy, you have declared yourself the Messiah before the public. Can you tell us what that means?
Have you ever read your Bible?
Uh, I've dabbled a little.
I mean, I haven't read it. I just got told to say that to questions I don't know the answer to.
Do you have a
Just
favorite restaurant?
I was gonna say Applebee's, but I feel like my friends and I walk out more disappointed and sick than going in after we down four shark bowls in one sitting type thing. And then, anyway, Steak and Shake, that's where we like, wait, does Steak and Shake have alcohol?
I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna change that back to Applebee's. Applebee's is a pretty nice place to go. Nice dinner, scenery, people, with a nice family down there.
So, Jamie, can I call you Jamie?
I suppose you can.
All right, Jamie. I'm just I think it would benefit the American public to know. Why did you begin going after politics in the first place? It seemed like you had a good gig at Weasel News. Can you give us the scoop?
All my bosses were Jewish. I was tired of them trying to control my narratives.
So, was it their Judaism that made you fake that crime and get busted by a professional superhero?
The Jews said, we need more crack. I said, well, I don't know if I could get people to start smoking crack again. It's kind of hard. It's a difficult drug to find. But then, they had to have it. So I went on their behalf and I got screwed. The American people need to know that I got screwed by the media because I was doing their bidding. And I regret my actions.
So, this is all a hit piece on the media. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
I have to wonder, why crack cocaine? Is there something specific about crack cocaine that
Sorry.
that interests you above other amphetamines?
Well, crack cocaine is not an amphetamine. If you actually watched my news story, you would know that.
I beg your pardon. I'm not a Weasel News fan.
Well, I can't blame you there.
So,
It's not
Jamie,
my fault that most of the... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Jamie, I'm just wondering, what do you want the public to know? If you could have the public know one thing, what would it be?
I want them to know that my competitor in that particular election was a fraud. He was a fraud. He stole the election on every front. How do you genuinely believe that Ziegelnaum won 99.9% of the vote of America? You genuinely believe that? You must be smoking crack, sir. You are, not me.
Well, to be fair, he ran on a public policy of giving everybody free time traveling devices.
Did he do it?
No.
Did he? How many times did he say he was going to do it?
I haven't calculated in my head, but it was a good amount of times, for sure. For sure.
Well, that's how many times he lied to you.
So
that's
you want the
we
public
at least
to know.
know.
So you want the public to know.
I want the public
you
to
were
know
honest.
that not only did he cheat in the election, he had little boys on the plane with him while he was campaigning. He was diddling little boys in every state he did a campaign speech. There's a reason they call him Mr. Diddler down south.
So you want the public to know that your competitor was more than just a political failure, but was a criminal.
Have you ever heard the word chomo?
I have not. I have not, sir.
Well, let me break it down for you. Where I've been currently spending the last few years of my life and will be spending the next few, we don't look kindly on those types of people. In case you haven't noticed, I am a changed man. I've been incarcerated for the last 18 months, and, well, I got some new ink, and I really have just changed my outlook on life, and, you know, I still do believe that crack is a healthy thing, and it should be free, and that's what I campaigned on. I wanted everybody to be free and have crack, okay? Because if we all have crack,
Portland.
we're all on the same level.
So following your mental breakdown, following Mr. Ziegelnaum's election, you pulled a gun on him on stage. Does that concern you at all? That you had such a mental break? Do you think that makes you unfit for office?
Hell no! I was willing to do what was right, and that's the problem. Ain't nobody willing to do what's right. I would gun down a senator in front of a kindergarten class if it meant that justice was going to come upon these people. Shit, I would kill a kindergarten class. What's a kindergarten class? 11 little shits that can't even piss straight? Kill them all! Kill them all if it means that everybody else has a chance. We all deserved a chance. I deserved a chance, okay? The Jews put me here. The Jews put me in jail!
Okay. So you show no regret for your actions on election night?
Hell no! Sing Heil!
Alright, Mr. Barron, I just have one final question. Following your detainment in Bolingbroke Penitentiary, how has life been since? Do you see a future in politics or back in Weasel News at all? Jamie Barron, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself when you're out of these chains?
Well, I appreciate you for asking. I've actually joined a local charter in Long Beach, California. They deal with curb stomping people that are of not my complexion. Edward Norton is a member.
So your wish is to join a local gang following your release?
No, we don't use words like gang. We call it a congregation.
Oh, okay, I understood. All right, Mr.
A
Barron.
lot of my current cellmates are currently members. That's how I got hooked up.
Is that where the face tat comes from?
It's a knife.
Oh. All right, Mr. Barron. I'm incredibly grateful for this interview. I think it was very fruitful for the American public, and I think they're all very grateful to hear your voice. There's a lot of questions from that night, and I think it's best to have the American public know.
And let me just say, I'm coming. They're coming. I don't know who they are yet, but you people should know they're coming.
Mr. Barron,
I'm coming all over them.
do you have any last words for the American people?
Stand up, America. Don't drink that water. You know what they did to the frogs.
Jamie Barron, everyone. On the scene. Alright, America, I have with me presidential-elect, Mr. Kalina Ziegelnaum. Mr. Kalina Ziegelnaum, may I ask you, what made you want to run against Jamie Barron in particular?
Well, as you can remember, me, myself, and Tyler too, there was a time where me and Tyler we weren't close. And, you know, I watched what he did with that crackhead, Jamie Barron. I did not appreciate that. Me and Tyler ourselves, we come from crack. So to see that slimy piece of shit use crack as a way to get into office, or no, not in the office, but the gain self-career and all that bullshit, I don't fucking like that. Crack is good, but it is not meant to be seen bad. Tyler, I know you've been partaking in crack recently. How has it been?
Well, I can tell you this one guy, his name is Jamal. He's been selling me my crack recently, and I gotta say, it has been top tier. I highly recommend him. He's the best of the best when it comes to the crack rock. He don't fuck around. You just show up to his house, you give him the money or a sucky blowjob 5,000, and he gives you one crack rock. It's so worth it because all you need is that one crack rock and you are high for 3 weeks, and then you go back, give another little glut glut, and then you get some more crack. You know what I'm saying? It's been pretty good.
Spoken like a true patriot. Do you understand where I'm coming from, Mr. Interviewer?
I certainly understand. Now, Mr. Ziegelnaum, if I can reach a little deeper into your heart, I think that's what the American people want to see. Why are you here? What drives you? What motivates you to sit down on this chair across from me and stand in front of the American people as their representative before the world? What gives you that drive? That American ingenuity?
It's kind of a difficult question. There's a lot of things, but I'm gonna have to give it to crack again. You wake up at 8 in the morning, you smoke some crack, you go on with your day at the local abandoned house in the middle of the woods. And you know what? If I didn't have crack, I wouldn't be sitting here with you as your president of the United States with new, raw, regulated crack out for everybody.
So here's my question. Jamie Barron also ran on a pro-crack campaign. Where do you differ from him?
Where do I differ from him? Let me tell you this. He is not with crack. He is lying. He was lying. He was lying the whole time. If he won that election, crack would have been gone like no tomorrow. But you know, everybody's on crack, so how do you get into office?
I'd like to interject here if you don't mind.
Please do.
We have video evidence from the mid-1980s when Jamie Barron himself fought against Ronald Reagan administering crack into the low-income neighborhoods.
I remember
Oh my
that.
gosh.
It was also the AIDS epidemic. How coincidental.
And let me
Yes.
make it very clear. You are still pro-AIDS epidemic.
I am very pro-AIDS epidemic.
I just wanted to clear that up with the American people.
If one person got AIDS, everybody needs AIDS. I'm not gonna be the only
And so,
one anymore.
up until now, alongside AIDS, we've also been thinking of going into pro-hepatitis because we've seen a lot of medical research done that shows its benefits.
So not only are you running a pro-crack campaign, you're running a pro-science campaign.
Exactly.
That's what I like to hear, and I think that's what the American people like to hear.
We have the science behind the AIDS and the hepatitis. I've been working with a close friend named Magic Johnson. He's been helping us get the AIDS we need.
Now, Mr. Ziegelnaum, I have a question. How did you feel after your first debate with Mr. Jamie Barron?
Oh my God, is that even a question? I feel I out of the park.
Knocked him
Jamie
out.
Barron obviously came on stage. He doesn't know anything about anything. He comes out, acts a goddamn fool, makes his little jokes, turn the lights on, turn the lights on. And then he always has to bring up that one movie. What was it called, Tyler? Down the hall and to the left.
Ah, yes, that one.
I'm sorry. That happens sometimes after I start smoking crack. But what were you saying?
I was asking about your
Hey,
previous...
excuse me, gentlemen. Would you mind if we take a 5? I need to have a crack break because I'm really starting to fiend a little bit here.
Yeah, alright, alright, we're just gonna take a quick 5-minute break, and here's a word from our sponsor, Johnson & Johnson. President Ziegelnaum. Mr. Ziegelnaum, how is it as president of the... Oh, it seems your VP is back with us right now. How are you, Mr. Tyler?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Whoo! I'm feeling sharp.
Okay. Oh, I see. Crack break. How was your crack break?
Oh, I feel fired right now, man. Whoo!
Tyler, stop embarrassing me.
Oh. Jamie Barron pulled a gun on you, President Ziegelnaum. How did you feel about that?
He's lucky he didn't get my 8 years of Taekwondo experience laid out on his ass.
Tyler? You were right behind him?
I was just waiting for him to fire the gun so I could jump in front of him and stop the bullet because it's my dream to do that.
Quite a hero. Quite a hero
Thank
indeed.
you, Tyler.
What were your guys' reaction when the hero Windmaker stepped up and saved
Man, I
your
fucking
lives?
love that dude. I want to give him unlimited crack for life. He deserves it.
Alright, listen. The Windmaker, he may be a hero. I have opposing feelings about this man, though.
What are your thoughts on the Windmaker?
How are we to let one of those stupid little motorcycle riders be vengeance? Be justice? I think it's bullshit.
Is this
What
your
kind of
public
name's the
declaration
Wind-
of war against the
This is my
superheroes?
public. Yes, I would say so.
Another
Ziegelnaum
Tyler
is not for
Dunlop.
the superheroes.
Alright. That's amazing. Thank you. Now, I have one final question. Jamie Barron has been imprisoned after his, let's just say, his mental breakdown. How do you guys feel about that?
Keep
Do you
him
think
in
he's
there.
reformed? Do you think there's any
No,
hope for him
no,
outside?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but no. Keep him locked up in there. The man pulled a gun on me on stage. Like, I get I've done questionable things in the past, but that's just drawing a new line, man. All I said was I oppose my opponent, and he pulled a gun and wanted to kill me. Okay.
I just gotta say, to give the public some solace in the fact that Jamie Barron has pulled a gun on our great leader here, I have contacts in the Bolingbroke Penitentiary, and I have paid off 5 large black men to make Jamie Barron their girlfriend.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the men that you, not you, you have chosen to lead our country. And can I just give you personally a round of applause? You're really leading our country into a great future. And I just, as a low interviewer on 69 Minutes, I just want to thank you for your service to this great country.
Can I give America one last message?
Of course, please do.
We put fluoride in the water. You're all slaves. Alright, let's get out of here, Tyler.
President Ziegelnaum, everyone. Can I get a round of applause for our man in the White House?